let's take a quick look at the newest addition to the Masters of the Universe Origins line, which also happens to be a brand new character. We will take a quick look at Stingor, evil assassin of the evil horde. I will admit, I do feel like I have to keep redefining my boundaries and criteria for what I deem, I don't know, canon for my MOTU Origins collecting. And I'm sure there's been a sprinkling of hypocrisy through a lot of my videos if you've watched them. As a lifelong He-Man fan, I was completely on board and really excited about the MOTU Origins line when it came about. I have since lost a lot of interest and excitement in it. Then they kind of reinvigorate my interest in it. I kind of oscillate between being really interested and kind of offended and vice versa with some of their offerings. The shameless cash grabs and the super low energy reiterations and additional versions of figures that they just suffocate us with. It's been a lot, and I've had a lot of conflicting feelings about what Mattel has been doing overall. Hate the cartoon collection, with the exception of the collector. Was sort of interested in the Masters of the Universe Ninja Turtles crossover for a little bit, then hated myself for being into it. Can't stand the MOTU Thundercats thing. God help us with the Masters of the Universe Transformers crossover. Could not possibly care less about the sketchbook stuff. The list I kind of feel like the list goes on and on and on. So anyway, where I am at this moment as a MOTU collector is that I am happy with the kind of base MOTU Origins figures. And I actually am kind of interested in not sort of like the deep cut characters that nobody cares about, like Geldor and things like that, but I'm really interested in brand new characters that kind of feel like they belong in the line, which is why I have made peace with the fact that I picked up Stingor. He really looks the part. I think he's absolutely distinct enough to warrant being a part of the evil horde. Kind of an interesting and distinct color scheme here, and like a humanoid scorpion character with a name like that, he absolutely should have been in the original MOTU line. Or again, that's what I'm telling myself. I'm leaning into this guy because I really do want to keep collecting for the MOTU Origins line, and he's one of the easiest figures to kind of digest in recent times, as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, so here he is in the collector's kind of sleeve that easily slides off the card back. And on the back of the box, we have some decent artwork with him squaring up to Man-at-Arms with Hordak behind him, disappearing through a portal of some sort. Anyway, so that's him in the box, and let's get him out. Here he is, out of the packaging. He's mostly pretty great. The part of him that's not great is not the fault of the design or anything like that. It's kind of the execution and manufacturing. Anyway, let's talk about him. Okay, so here he is set up with his shield on and the scorpion tail added. Because it comes detached from him in the packaging. It just kind of pegs in. Unless I missed something, there's no like locking mechanism or anything on it. It just kind of friction pegs in there. You'd be surprised. I was surprised as to how many things were in just a basic blister package with him. We've got the shield, the tail. He's got an additional claw piece that we'll add on. Is that in focus? As well as, oh, there he goes. The tail is very heavy, so with it up in the air, he is going to fall backwards. So you got to kind of position things so that the tail is kind of props him up. Anyway, he also comes with one additional fist, right-hand fist, because this claw is sort of like a piece of armor that I think he Unless I'm missing something. Yeah, I think you swap out the hands and then the claw fits right on, like over this hand. We will come in here for a closer look first and foremost at the head sculpt, which is, I think, cool enough. I wouldn't want him to be any more like over designed than that. I like the little teeth picked out, the tusk kind of pincher things. 3 eyes. Are there 2 more under there? No, just the 3. What's cool is that the helmet is also sort of like the entire body of another scorpion with the tail kind of coiled up. Like we're doubling up, see? I love the texturing on the skin. He's got sort of like the scaly arms and legs and torso. Obviously the same Origins articulation as all the rest. I like the horde symbols on his shins. Focus. And on the armor, which is an interesting design, just even the way he's wearing it. This is all one big piece that clips in there. Oh yeah, it unclips there, and then this, I guess, kind of, you have to take his head off and then swing that up and over, I think. I do really like the hand designs. I'm not too crazy about having that one humanoid hand necessary for adding the claw. The scorpion tail is a pretty heavy piece. It feels very solid, and it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, technically 6 points of articulation. It just swivels where it meets his butt, and each one of these joints rotates and pivots on a hinge as well. He does have this very cool kind of stabby horde shield. Removing it brings me to the one issue I have with this figure, and this is just mine. I'm sure this won't be everybody's. Even before I put the shield on him right out of the packaging, I had a lot of paint scuffs scratched off on this left arm. The right is okay. The left is all kinds of messed up, but that's fine. I'll keep the shield on. You won't see it. But here is this thing. And here he is with a big claw attachment put on him. The fist is underneath there. My one little critique of this, which is unfortunate, it's not unfortunate, it's just it's a Mattel corner cut. All these figures have one at least. But the claw is just kind of a posable claw. Open and shut, but it is something you have to pose. There is no spring-loaded aspect to this. So as far as a kind of a toy is concerned, that's probably kind of a bummer. For me, that's not a big deal because, again, these guys go on the shelf and they just stand in whatever pose I choose to put them in, and they stay that way for years. I am not too exciting or dynamic with what I do with my collection. He does look really at home in the Fright Zone, I will admit. Oh, and lastly, he does come with a mini comic, The Sting of Sting-Or. Man-at-Arms doesn't look like he's doing too good there. I do get around to reading these mini comics, but it is by no means something I rush towards when I pick up a figure. Anyway, I'm sure it's sufficient enough of a backstory. So yeah, I really do feel like Sting-Or is a figure it's kind of easy to justify adding him to the collection if you're in my camp or sort of on the periphery of my camp. Somebody that's maybe kind of losing their patience with all the offshoots and offerings of characters that nobody really cares about, or we've gotten 15 versions of already, but maybe has a little bit of room left in their heart for characters that look like they really do belong in the Masters of the Universe line and have been kind of executed with enough, I'm not saying like an abundance of, but enough originality when it comes to colors and design choice and all that jazz. And I really do feel like Sting-Or succeeds in that sense. And that is just a quick look at Stingor.